So today I'm with Lexi. Lexi, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Lexi, you're so young. How long have you been out here lost in Phoenix?
On my own since January, but I was with an ex-relationship since October.
How long have you been doing blues?
Since January of last year. So almost 2 years.
How were you introduced to blues?
Through the ex-relationship. He was 35. So that was already a big red flag.
You're 18, 19, and he was
Yeah.
35?
Yeah.
Did you graduate high school?
No. I dropped out 2 weeks before we walked.
Because of the ex-boyfriend?
No, because I missed too many days.
What was causing... What do you think caused you to drop out of school 2 weeks before you're supposed to walk? What caused you to get into a relationship with the older guy? Was it trauma? Was there issues happening in your childhood?
Yeah, so my dad was never in the picture, and my mom was a drug addict. And when I was 8, I was put in the foster system, and then I was adopted in 2018. So I resented my mom with the drugs, and was like, oh, I'll never do those. I don't want to associate with people. But it's like I pushed so far on not wanting that, I became it, in a way. It was just like I just didn't care. I feel like I could connect with her more in a way if I did, but obviously that's a wrong way.
Your biological mom,
Yeah,
or your
biological mom, yeah.
you found her,
Mhm.
or she found you, or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're out here. You're surviving by yourself. No boyfriend, no nothing. Just trying to navigate by yourself, huh?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I asked you ever heard of Lost in Phoenix? You said yes. You interviewed one of my friends, Anna. You said you watched her video last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. I cried. There was things I didn't even know that she shared, and I was like, wow.
She opened up a little bit in the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, she's not like that. She doesn't open up to anyone.
Sometimes it's good to let it out. She's
Yeah.
obviously holding it in for a while, right?
Yeah. She's someone I look up to, like, because obviously there's not many girls out here that are like independent, that can like do things on their own. They rely on other people. And obviously me being so young and being out here, I'm like a target, I guess you could say. Like, so she's kind of like my street mom, I call
Street
her.
mom. Yeah, I've heard that
Yeah.
term a lot from different people. Street mom, street
Yeah.
mom. Showing you the ropes, trying to guide you and then help you out with the safety, right?
Yeah, where to go, where not to go, how to like get basic necessities, things you need.
Does she smoke and watches over you and vice
Yeah.
versa, kind of buddy system?
Yeah, we look out for each other.
Being women by yourselves out here, exactly targets, right? Just there's a lot of bad people
Yeah.
that are, wanting to take advantage, especially somebody so young like you,
Yeah.
right? You kind of
Yep.
stick out like a sore thumb. You're tall. You're 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
So you stick out, in this neighborhood for sure, right? So
Yeah.
I'm sure you hear propositions all day long, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You have to be careful. What's gonna happen? Are you gonna be Anna in the future?
I hope, in ways I do, but obviously in ways I don't. Like, I know every addict says this, I don't want to be like this the rest of my life, I don't want to die like this, but I feel like me personally, with seeing how my mom was and what she put me through, I don't want to put anyone else through that, even myself. Because I know I have potential. Like, before I was on drugs, I had my own apartment, full-time job at a car dealership, like I was going, and then I let the drugs take over, so I know I can do it, and I want to get back to doing it, but it's just, they have a hold on you.
Addiction
It's-
is very
yeah.
strong to these pills.
Yeah.
Had you ever used any substances in the past before blues?
I started out on meth,
G.
and then coming down off that, that's when I started the blues.
How old were you when you started G?
January 6th was my first use of last year. 23.
And then blues
Yeah.
after that?
Yeah, I used G for about like 3-4 months, and I was shooting it.
What?
Yeah, I started out shooting it. And then coming down off doing so much of that, I started doing the blues. And then I've been stuck on them ever since.
My goodness.
Yeah.
It seems like self-destructive behavior, and when somebody looks at you, they don't see that. You look like...
Yeah, people are very surprised. They're like, what? You do? What? And I'm like, yeah, they haven't got me yet. And I don't want them to ever. That's my goal, is to not look like everyone else. To not let it get that much of a hold on me. Because I still have so much of my life that I can still live. I don't want to be stuck in these alleys and streets, because it's not where I belong.
It's not living, it's surviving.
Yeah.
Anna's surviving. She's what, 35?
Yeah.
She's been doing this for years in different states all over the country.
Yeah.
You don't want to travel. You don't want to travel like that, right?
Yeah.
You want to go back to working, having an apartment and goals and doing things, right?
Yeah.
What'd you want to
Absolutely.
become when you were a kid?
I want to be a foster parent. Because I grew up in the foster system, so I know how it is and how corrupt and terrible it is. But obviously now it's like, this kind of kicks it in the head.
Right. Lexi, how much longer will you be out here, do you think?
Realistically, hopefully no more than a year. Like we all say, oh yeah, I'll be out and like I'll go to rehab next week, I'll be good. But it's like that week comes and you don't want to. Because I've said I'm going to be done in June, but I don't think it's not going to happen. But hopefully by the end of this year, I do want to be clean and off the streets and back to normal life.
You were a volleyball player?
Yeah, in high school, yeah.
What do you miss the most of your normal life?
Not waking up sick. First thing on my mind was, ooh, I get to see my friends, or I gotta get ready and go, and we're gonna do this and this. But now it's like, ugh, I need a pill. Like, I need this, I need that. It's a whole different kind of worry.
Your priorities are different.
Yeah, completely different.
Wow. Do you have family, friends that you miss?
Oh yeah. My parents, I have 4 little brothers that I was adopted into their family, and that's the hardest part is them like, oh, where's Sissy? When's Sissy gonna come home? And it's like, I don't know.
When's the last time you saw them?
My birthday last year,
Miss them?
October, yeah.
They're gonna watch this video. Do you have a message for them?
They're stronger than you realize. Always go to somebody when you need something and you feel like you can't, just do it. You're gonna realize that you should have. Your parents are the number one people in your lives that you try to push away so much, but don't push them away. You need them more than you think.
The youngest person I've ever seen out here doing blues was 13 years old. How would you feel if one of your 4 siblings was out here?
My youngest brother is 9, 10, so no way. Even me, I'm 20 and that's crazy. I can't imagine any younger going through that.
Have you personally had any ODs? How many?
7.
7 ODs. Did they bring you back using Narcan, all 7?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope. Was never Narcan.
Was paramedics involved?
The first 2 times, yeah.
And then the other 5 times was people out here in the streets?
Yeah, just putting ice on you, rubbing your chest, just slapping you. Yeah, it's... And then you wake up like, you're like, what happened? They're all like crying and like, oh my god, I thought you... Ah! And you're just like, what? Okay. And then you just go right back to it. Like nothing happened.
It's that self-destruction that people like me and the people that watch this, we don't... It's hard to understand.
Yeah, you don't understand it until you've gone through it. That's what I learned with my mom. I was like, I hated her so much. How can you choose it over me? Why would you? But it's like, she didn't choose it. She let it control her. And you lose control.
Is that where you're at right now? You lost control?
Yeah. And trying to get it back that's really tests your human strength.
It seems like people get worse. They don't get better.
Yeah, some people will never make it out. They die, and things I've seen in these streets is something no one should ever have to see or go through. Like it's sad because they could have made it out. They could have done something, but they just chose not to. It's like a waste of a beautiful life. It doesn't only affect you, it affects everyone around you.
You know you're talking about yourself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It affects, it's not just you out here suffering.
It's
Your
not just me,
mom,
yeah.
your dad, your 4 siblings, they're suffering. There's pain there, trauma.
My parents didn't hear from me for like a month, and they put on missing persons report. I was wanted by the police for like a week and a half. So my phones keep getting stolen. And they were like, oh my God, we thought like something happened. And it's like, oh, I didn't know that you cared. Like obviously I know, but I didn't realize it was that. They care that much.
Don't you want like a family of your own one day?
Yeah. Yep. I've always wanted that. So I want to be a foster parent.
With these 7 ODs, it seems like your tolerance or your body kind of rejects this stuff. It doesn't really acclimate to it, doesn't really like it. It's like warning you, stop.
You should take an OD as, okay, I should know. This could kill me, this will kill me. But you don't care. You're just like, where's my next one? When can I get my next one?
I'm gonna ask you a question, and it's gonna be a really hard question. I've asked this in the past. If number 8 OD happens and you don't recover from that, what do you want people to know about your legacy, about your life? Any lessons for them?
The things that you do doesn't define who you are as a whole person. Just because you made decisions. I made decisions in that moment, that doesn't mean my whole life I was that person. We all make choices and mistakes, and
you're battling addiction. You're not a bad person.
It's a disease. I didn't want to be. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't grow up as a kid, I'm gonna be an addict. Like it just happens. One night I was totally good, happy, sober. Next morning I was whacked out of my mind. You don't really plan it.
One piece of advice for a 15-year-old Lexi that's at home, lost, confused, rebellious, not listening to parents. Well, what should she do if somebody offers her blues or G, anything?
Don't do it. Go play guitar. I played guitar for 9 years. Go play guitar, go do something, put your mind somewhere else. Cut them off. It's not worth having their attention over everyone else's attention, over your family. It's not worth it.
That's a really great advice. You really need to listen to that, okay? Please, I don't want to get a phone call from a nurse. Hey, I'm a nurse at Banner Hospital. I watch your videos. We have Lexi here. Do you have any contact information for her family? Because it's not looking good for Lexi. I've had those phone calls before. I don't want that. I'd rather interview you next time when you're clean, sober, playing guitar. Right?
Yeah.
Lexi, thank you very much for having the courage to share your story. You already know what this is about. You're familiar with the channel. I applaud your efforts. I applaud your effort to try to help somebody, but you really need to focus on helping yourself because you have so much to give the world, okay? So I'm gonna go get you some lunch. I'm gonna hand you my card with my number on it so you can call me if you ever need a ride to treatment or somebody to talk to. I'm also gonna hand you some articles of clothing. I have a friend, a subscriber, her name is Pearly. She handed me some clothes and you picked through the bag some articles of clothing that you could use, right?
Yeah.
So that's that. If you want to put that in the bag. She also donated some food, some canned food, cereal, peanut butter, and you said those are items that could come in real handy for you out here, right?
Yeah, clothes and food. It's definitely the number one thing you need.
There's some chunky, some peanut butter, some clam chowder for you or your friends out here. Here's some Progresso soup. Here's Narcan.
Yes.
Cereal. Progresso. Please stay safe. God bless. We'll talk soon, okay?
Okay, thank you.